Now I'm going to return to an example from our Getting Started with Graphing handout, and I'm going to show you how to get your calculator to calculate points of intersection. So the first thing I want to do is go in here and enter these equations that we had before. Y equals x minus 2, which we know is a straight line, and then y2 equals x squared minus 4, which we've seen as a parabola. So let me press graph. This is in a standard window. And we saw before that these two graphs intersect at 2 points. And I said, well, if you look closely, it looks like one of the points of intersection is 2, 0, but I couldn't quite tell what the other one was. It turns out your calculator can find them for you. So there's a series of steps that you need to take. But basically it's all under the Calculate menu, which is up above Trace, right in here. Top row in blue above Trace is Calculate. So let's say I want to find this point of intersection right here. I'm going to go into the Calculate menu, so I'm going to press second because it's in blue, and then above Trace it says Calculate. And I want to find a point of intersection, so I'm going to go down here to number 5. Now, because there's 2 points of intersection, I have to give my calculator some information to tell it which one I want to find. So let me press enter. Okay, it's going to ask me 3 questions. The first one is this the first curve or the first graph? And you'll notice that up in the corner here it has the equation, so that is one of the graphs I want. So if that's one of the curves that's involved in the intersection, I'm going to press enter. And then it says second curve, and up here in the corner it has the equation, and so that's asking me if that's the other curve that's involved in the intersection, and it is, so I'm going to press enter. Now the last question it's asking me is guess, meaning it wants to know, do I want to find this point of intersection over here on the right, or do I want it to find this one over here on the left? It will actually do both, but you have to do them separately. So let's say I want to find this one over here on the right. Then before I press enter, I need to put the cursor closer to that one than the other one. So I usually put it as pretty close to it, and then I press enter. And it will think a second, and then it will tell me that the intersection is really 2, 0, which over here on my document earlier, you can see that that's what I thought it was. But this confirms that it really is exactly that. Now if I wanted to go find this other one right here, then I would have to go through those steps again. So I'm going to come over here to the Calculate menu. I'm going to press second, and then again above Trace is Calculate. Oops, try that again. Second, Calculate, and then I bring up the Intersect function, which is number 5. Oops, went past it. Okay, number 5 is Intersect. Press enter. Now, first curve, I usually like to move my cursor a little bit so I can see that it really is on that straight line. But again, the equation's up here in the corner, so that's confirmation that of what I need. So that really is the first curve. You'll notice the cursor moves down here to the parabola. That really is the second curve, so I'm going to press enter again. And then when it says guess, if I want this point of intersection over here on the left, I need to put it close to that point of intersection and then press enter. And then it will tell me that that one is -1, -3. So again, to get your calculator to tell you points of intersections of 2 separate graphs, you can go in here to the Calculate menu.